Hey there YouTube, it's JrbJobber here. I want to do a deck profile on my Undefeated anti-meta deck that I've been playing down here at locals. Don't forget to check me out during the week on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for more Yugioh videos. Check me out on Facebook. I'll have a link below. Like, subscribe to my channel, and here we go. So, we were playing 1 Thunder King, 3 Kaiku, Graveyard Manipulation, great against Bujins, really helps against those plant Doppel decks, Quasar decks. Really good card overall. It's been play-testing really well. 1600 attack, Macrocosmos, Banisher of the Radiance, great against Bujins, Mermails, plant variants, pretty much everything. It's really good. Even decks you wouldn't think it does well against, it does well. Neospacing Gromel. Gromel's great when you have 2 monsters going, so you can attack, return their monsters to your hand, and then you can attack them directly with, say, the Banisher for 1600. So it's really good. As for the floating monsters, we're running a 3 Fire Hand and 3 Ice Hand. I love it because this deck always needed something to be able to sit on the board, just kind of like float around, and they don't want to attack over this because they're going to lose something. So it's great, and it also makes them try to go into like Black Ship of Corn and plays they wouldn't normally want to go into, and risk getting -1 over like a Black Horn of Heaven to try to get rid of them. So it's really good. It really helped out the anti-meta deck tremendously. 1 pot to be able to try to get the Ice and Fire Hands and your anti-meta monsters back. 1 Book of Moon. 3 pot of Duality. 3 Forbidden Lance, great offensive defensive card. Protect your monsters from D-Prison, and also if they try to attack over your Banisher or whatnot, you can in damage step decrease their attack by 800. Playing 2 Mirror Force, 1 Torrential, 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulsory, 2-Dimensional Prison, 2 Breakthrough Skill, great against the hands. Overall, really good card. I like Phoenix Chain as well, so I was playing 2 and 2. Phoenix Chain helps protect your Banisher and your Kaiku if they're trying to attack over it with a monster that's bigger than you, because it has that ability. Also negates effects, so good overall. And like I said, the Black Horn of Heaven, great with the combo with the hands in this deck, because they try to go into plays they wouldn't normally want to go into. They try to remove them, get them off the board with like a Black Ship of Corn. So then you can just Black Horn of Heaven them. And if they wiretap you, you can wiretap back. So we play the 3 wiretap, be able to keep your presence on board the whole game. That's the plan anyway. So over to the side deck, we were doing 2 Sing Barbros with the 3 Skill Drain. I love doing this against Constellars, Lightsworns, Agents. I did it against Prophecies. It's just great. 5 cards. You side that in. The Ice and Fire Hands still work because they activate in the graveyard. So with Skill Drain doesn't do anything to it. So it works really well with your deck. I love it. That's my probably my favorite part. Effect Failures, Prophecies, Plant Doppel decks, all kinds of decks out there. DD Crow, 2 of those for you know, Dark World, Bujins, all kinds of decks. Double Doom Caliber Knight, because if they're main decking hand traps, game 2 they will not be main decking those hand traps anymore. They will side them out for you because you're playing anti-meta. So you side these in, and they're like a 4-star Logia. So you can attack over Ice and Fire Hand, they'll just negate, destroy it, and pretty much anything else. So it's really good. And it has 1800 defense too, so he's a pretty beast. Doing 1 D-Fissure and 1 Macrocosmos. I like siding those in because that really hurts a lot of decks like Mermails and stuff. When you put that on the board, you pretty much just win. And decks like this, you know, the Mermails, because they can be pretty explosive with all their marksman stuff, sometimes has a hard time with it, even if you don't open with like a Banisher. So the D-Fissure and Macro really help out a lot. And you can just side out the Ice and Fire Hands for like the Doom Caliber Knights and Barbros, and then side the last 2 out for these 2. So you have 12 monsters game 2, which is perfectly fine, because all you have to do is open with a monster in this deck and you're golden. And then the last 2, I was doing 2 Mystical Space Typhoon because I'm not main decking any. I was trying them out. I've played them down there at locals a few times. Found they're dead a lot, so I'm just going to side deck them. For the extra deck, we were using 101 Excision Knight. If you don't have an Excision Knight, because they are expensive, I know, you don't really need it. I've never put it on the board once, but I just like having it there because I do have it, and just in case that situation ever does happen. But as for now, it has never happened, so if you don't have it, you're golden. So Pablo Operative we were using, Maestroke, Black Ship of Corn, Steelsworn Roach, great against Agents and like Lightsworns, and those just basically those decks that have an inherent special summons, so good to negate Chaos Dragons and stuff. Heartland Draco, D-Attach, you can attack directly for a game. I haven't done it yet, but it's there for the option. Diamond Direwolf, blow up those pesky cards. Crazy Box, great because you side the Skill Drains in, so you go into that. It's 3000 beater. Cannot pronounce the name of this card for the life of me. But last locals, I won 3 games because of this card, because of me just going into it and attacking into their Ice or Fire Hand, and then shuffling it back into the deck, because the thing says after damage calculation, this card destroys a monster by battle, you can detach one and shuffle it into the deck instead of going to the graveyard. So I think it's great. And of course people are going to say, you know, I should use Dweller, but I actually use both. So I like using him because he's 2100 attack. It's great when you're playing against those hat decks and stuff because he is 21. Abyss Dweller I like using it against Mermails and whatnot. So really good card. You should, if you have it, run it. For the threes, Levier, Tempo, Acid Golem, great with skill drain, and then the Zen Mains. All right, so but with the threes, you don't have to worry about them too much because you hardly will ever go into them, because the only way you can go into them with this deck is with either overlaying 2 Banishers or Banisher combo Neospacing Ground Mole. But I like to have those kind of options just in case that happens, because when you do have those toolbox of abilities to be able to go into that stuff later on in the game, can separate you from winning a duel or losing a duel. And yeah, so yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions on the deck, please post comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Check me out during the week on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I am signing off.